This is Doc. Today we are going to look at WASSCE questions. Please, question 16 to question 20 is one aspect of the question that most students tackle and they don't pass. So please, take note of this area and let's go through the questions and the tricks involved so that you can pass and get those areas correctly. Now let's look at the question. Question number 16. A relation has a variable x and y and a constant k. Find the inverse relationship between x and y. This question is about inverse variation. So the first thing is that we all know that x inverse y is equal to the k, right? So in this case, let's make y the subject. So y is equal to, y is going to be k over x, right? Now, our motive is, this is the inverse of the variable. Now, let's find the value of k. So here, we make k the subject. So we're going to have xy is equal to k. And when we look through our answer is C. Very quick one. Can you pause some few minutes and answer question 17? Because this question is very simple. Now let's look at this question. Now looking at this question, you have two numbers are in the ratio 5:6. If the larger number exceeds the smaller number by 25, find the larger number. So we know ratio, but we don't know the values that we are talking about. So let x be the number. So let x be the number. So it means the first ratio is 5 of the x, and then the second ratio is 6 of the x. And they are saying that the larger number exceeds the smaller number by 25. So we need to find the difference that exceeds the number. So we just find the difference between 6x minus 5x is equal to the 25. So x is equal to the value what? 25. Now let's find the larger number. Now ratio, the larger number is the 6. So 6x, which implies 6 times 25. And 6 times 25 is going to give you 150. And our answer is D. Now let's move on to question number 18. And now with question number 18, can you pause for some seconds and try this question? Now let's look at this. A trader is allowed a discount of 15% on an article which was sold for 425 cedis. Find the marked price. Remember that anytime you are talking about the cost price is 100%. So if a discount is given on that 100%, it means that we now have an amount of 85%. So discount is equal to 15%. All right. So if discount is 15%, then we can easily get the selling price. The selling price is 85%. Now to get the value, then it means that the value of the mark price is going to be, 85% the same as 0.85 of the mark price, and it is equal to 4 to 5 Ghana cedis. Now, if you divide through by 0.85, you are going to have 0.85 divided by 0.85, and our mark price is going to be 500, and our answer is A. Now let's look at this question. Please never miss this type of questions. Try most of your hands on question number 19, which is bearing. Mind you, you'll never miss questions like this in your WASSCE exam. Now we look at this question and it is bearing. And we all know that it says the bearing of P from Q is 138. What is the bearing of Q from P? Can you take a second and go through and find out the results? Now let's go through the question. Now we said that the bearing is the reverse, or what we all call it, the back bearing. Now, anytime you are talking about back bearing, the first thing that you should note is that you are supposed to note that when you are having a back bearing, which is P from Q and then Q from P, you just add 138 and then 1 plus 180. And when you add 138 plus 180, you are going to get 318 degrees. Is it not simple? Very simple. Now let's look at question number 20. For question number 20, you realize that this question is a very simple question. Looking at this, we have 2 sine q is equal to 1. Let's find the value of sine theta. So we have sine theta, 2 sine theta is equal to 1. Divide both sides by 2. So sine theta is equal to half. And then sine what is going to give you sine 30. That is theta is equal to 30 degrees. And our answer is A. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe, share for your friends, and click on the notification so that more updates on the exam you will be able to go through. Have a nice day.